Hey, AI, you know what day it is. It's Pi Day. That's P-I, AI. Let's go to our bat question on Pi Day.
Hello, BrickTsar. You're watching Science Media, and I've got a bat for you. Now, on the 14th of March every single year, and this is of course assuming you're using the American calendar, which is wrong by the way, it's Pi Day. And on the subject of Pi, raspberry. How do you feel about using Raspberry Pis and other such computers in order to automate your Lego trains and such? A sort of internet of Lego things, perhaps, where the points are automated and it all runs on computers so nothing crashes and so on. Anyway, that's my bat. Love you guys. Bye bye.
Okay, so Pi Day isn't about pie that you eat. It's about pie that has to do with circles, like my bicycle wheels here, but in the shape of a pie, but it's not a whole pie. Anyway, that's not what he asked. It's very confusing. I was hoping it was real Pi Day. March 14th is Pi Day. He says it's wrong here in the U.S. because we put the month before the day, so it's really 14/3. So I guess that means Pi Day would either be on 31/4 or 3/14, but there is no 14th month of the year, depending on what calendar I guess you use. So anyway, so that's why they call it Pi Day. 3.141592, something like that is pi. So that's where we're at. It may be wrong, but that's the way they taught us when I went to shul. I don't know about you. So, and Pi Day is March 14th, 3/14. If you're Vihard, it's 6/28. If you're in UK, I guess it's on April 31st. Tell me in the comments below. But would I use a Raspberry Pi? What's a Raspberry Pi? It's not a literal Pi. It's a Pi that's a computer. It seems to be popular to name your computers after things that grow, like a apple or a tangerine or a raspberry or a blackberry or something like that. I don't know. So Raspberry Pi is actually a cheap, inexpensive computer. When he first mentioned it, the first thing that came into my mind was not a computer, but a strawberry alarm clock. But that is a band from the US that dressed really weird. So that's not who he was talking about. It is the Raspberry Pi. And can it control our points? And we call those switches. Here's one of my switches. Actually, it's, I don't know what the boat's doing there. That, I've really thought of that. But we do kind of like to see the trains crash into one another. But it would be pretty neat. I actually dreamed of doing that when I was younger using my color computer. It didn't have a fruity name like the Apple, but as something that we might look into. And you actually got me intrigued about getting a Raspberry Pi. They're only about $40 from the UK. So, very good back question. Thank you, Cyan Sheep Media. And we appreciate them asking the question. If you have a back question, leave it in the comments below. Use hashtag bat. AI, you didn't say anything in this episode. I think you were thinking about pie. Me too.